I'm not gonna lie, with this anime of Shinepost, it's really actually to be one of the best animes, closest to Idly Pride. And one thing I like about this episode, one thing I like about this episode, based with episode 6 of school school post, whatever you want to call it, school post. The one thing I want to say is that Rio song. I will get into the song here in just a few minutes because I mean the song is absolutely beautiful. And like when I'm just sitting there, just like watching anime, and you're just basically seeing Rio, she's really has now become one of my favorites right now. Personally, one of my favorites right now in this anime. It's just something that I see in Rio that it's just basically like I said for back in my review. You know, it reminds me of me. You know, back then. You know. And, you know, I didn't have the confidence I need, you know, basically back then, so with that, and stuff, you know, and one thing I want to talk about that because like if you have too much confidence then you're not going to be able to succeed. What I mean by is that don't take everything for granted just like that, you know, because you just don't know if it's going to work in your way or it's going to work in another way. I mean, you don't know. I mean, I understand it does feels like that you want to have confidence, but you have to work hard for that, and you really do, and you really do because that's what basically it feels to me. It just basically what Rio sounds and stuff like that because she's always overconfident and stuff like that. But even though that could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. I mean, even though because you know basically her and her friend were just basically just trying to help her, just basically trying to help her and say like you don't try to tackle things on by yourself because it's not going to work out. It's not. And I definitely do understand she wants to do things on her own and stuff like that, and she really does and stuff like that. Sometimes there's maybe people out there who are idol singers. They want to do the singing career by themselves because they feel that they can get more fan base. Just like what Liz, which I said many times about her. I mean, she's a great example. I don't think she's not an idol singer. I just don't think she really actually is. But even though she's one of the best pop singers to me, in and around the world, and also Japan, and also in America, because I think she did come to America. I think she went to New York. That's basically what it seems to me. Even though it's just basically with Liz at herself, just basically how much success that she has and stuff like that, and it's just by making every different song and you know other music that she loves to play. To me, she's perfectly one of the best that there is around the world. She really is. That's what I really do think. And she has such a huge support of fans. I know there's probably millions, thousands of people that really love Liz because she's like as far as she's one of the top main artists all over the world. She really actually is. And she works so hard to make her precious songs or dance or something like that. I don't know if she danced or not because I have not seen her. I have not seen her concert or stuff like that. But I do hear her in sometimes basically in anime like this because basically, yeah. Let's get into the song with Rio-san. So when Rio-san was just basically singing the song, was basically singing the song, you could just tell by the emotions and stuff like that. You could read it on her face, like she's really pouring this song really all out, all the way. It's just really actually is. And then you see, like people were just like very shocked, like how much of a beautiful of a voice that she really has. And then you could see like a whole bunch of people were starting to come in right around her and stuff like that. It's just something I was going, wow, this is really amazing. And it really actually is because I never seen stuff like that basically to happen in basically happen in anime or in idol anime because I really don't see really this really happen to Love Live. And yeah, I will get into Love Life, maybe possibly in a video because I definitely want to talk about that. But I want to talk about some of that right now. But even though I definitely want to continue to talk about more about the song because the song, I think it's called Yellow Tape or something like that. No, not Yellow Tape. I think it's called Yellow something. I can't remember. I think that's what it's called or something. I have to look for the song because what Rio Ash is just basically just singing that song. Like I said, she has people just coming in and just basically listening to her sing. I was like, who's the singer and who she really actually is and stuff, you know, and stuff. You know, the one thing I've really noticed about her, about Rio is that, but Rio is that yes, I do believe yes what their friends have said. You don't have to be so overconfident because that's just basically how she is and stuff like that. But it just seems to me, just like I said before, being overconfident does not mean that things are going to go your way or not, and it can end to be a bad way or it can end to be a good way. I mean, that's basically what it feels to me. Now, I definitely do want to talk about Love Live because I've seen pretty much all the seasons ever except for season two of Love Live Superstars. I think that's what it's called or something like that. And the reason I'm just kind of not interested really into Love Life anymore because it just doesn't really feel to me that it's really being a idol anime. That's what I feel like because it doesn't go deep down into the story, deep down the story where know like what's going on. I mean, even though they do got good stories, they do, and they do. I'm not saying they suck, right? It's like I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying is that it's basically just by basically when you see the anime and then you listen to some of their new songs and stuff like that because sometimes Shinepost and Idly Pride may do that, but they don't do that really all the time. But even though with Love Live, to me, what I think, my opinion is that it just feels like they're shoving the songs down on the people to get them to like the songs. Yeah, I don't know. That's just basically my opinion. That's just basically what I think. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying they suck or something like that. But this it's just that basically each and every of these anime because they focus way too much of girls just being cute or just being moe, just doing moe things and stuff like that. And that can be a very big problem because that just really just tells me that they're more concerned with the moe stuff, but they really don't care about the story. And that's what it feels like to me. And I feel like they keep doing that every single episode, and it's just no progression. It just shows to me that there's no progression based for what I see. It's like that. But yeah, if you guys want to know what's my favorite season of Love Live, I would have to say Love Live Shout Out because I really do like that. I really do like that one. And season two, I don't know. I have not seen season two. I only know seen season one. But even though it's just basically just something where you have Jackie, she's just basically focusing on and she wants to be an idol just like Hasuka or someone or Honika, and she really does because she's big fans of Honika and the others because she wants to be an idol herself. But even though one thing I didn't like about that is basically that where she basically have to save the school, just like basically with basically Honika and the others and stuff like that. And that's just basically what I see. I don't want people to think that do I hate Love Live. To be honest with you, no. I just said it just focuses way too much on the Moe stuff, basically in anime, and that can get in the way of the storyline because the storyline it just seems to me it's just not really enough to say like. I mean, it is a good series. I mean, it is. It's just the problem, just what I see, and the progress is just something that I just didn't. I just basically say I don't feel like watching it again because I mean I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that, but it's just something. It's just not for me anymore. It's just because I prefer Idly Pride and Shinepost. All of them are better than Love Live. That's my opinion. That's what I think, and that's what I think because they go into the true nature, how to become an idol, what's going to happen and stuff like that. And all that other stuff and stuff. I've said this many times before that when you sign that contract, that means they expect you to do the best that you can do. There's no way I would say like no way can have it. But if you're not doing your job, not doing what you're supposed to do, and then that means you fail. I mean, I mean, I'm not saying you're gonna fail upon others, but I'm just saying. But even though basically what Rio said, it's just that with her, just like I said before, with the confidence that she has and stuff like that. And it's just that to me, I just really do think she needs to be more careful, not to be overconfident. And so I mean, there's nothing really wrong with that, but that's just based on what I think. I don't know if you guys can agree with me on any of this from what I said about Love Live stuff. I don't want people to think that I hate Love Live. It's just something like I said before. It's just the Moe stuff and stuff like that. It's just basically they need to work on that. They need to work on more of the storyline instead of just the Moe stuff and stuff like that. That's basically what it feels to me and some of that. And I think the progress of each and every one of these animes of Love Live is just not really showing me that what it means to be an idol. So that's just all I'm saying. So I know some people will probably disagree with me, and I know some people will probably will not like my opinion. That's fine. That's fine. That's all I'm just doing. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys definitely do understand. But if you want to disagree with me, just leave a comment below. I'm not gonna get into argument right to that. But I just let you guys just please for respectful that it comes below. So that's something I would really appreciate. But yeah. Anyways, so Sunrise, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification bell also too. That's let you guys watch my videos. And please leave a comment. So, anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, just love you. I love you guys. Be safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.